couple of weeks ago, Al, you got to
Yes.
play the Division 2 when we were at EGX in Birmingham. We had the pleasure of being there. What do you know about the Division? How much of the first one did you play? And what's your experience of the first one?
I have played nothing of the first one. I mean, I've seen a bit of it. Like I've kind of seen. I know what it looks like, how it plays, what the whole aspect of it, the gist of the story, and the whole how it's meant to be played type thing. But never actually got hands-on experience with Division 1. So I was actually quite interested to get into the Division 2 and see what it is like.
Well, you guys came here to watch those expert views, and that's definitely what you're going to get. So I played quite a bit of the first division, but I did have a couple of issues about the first one that I was going to ask you about here to see if any of those have been fixed. I mean, first of all, the main thing for me was the way enemies were sort of these massive bullet sponges. And like for this kind of really realistic, post-apocalyptic, whatever game set in New York that looked beautiful, it wasn't really realistic when you were taking like 100 bullets to put down some guy with a gun or whatever. So have they done anything like with that or about that?
I mean, I'm quite used to sort of the whole semi-bullet sponge thing in Destiny and all that like. But it seemed that the first division had a lot bigger issue of just sinking clips into someone and they wouldn't die. When I was playing it, it seemed that they had fixed it, but not completely. So there was an aspect of you have to shoot somebody a few times to get them down. I mean, I had a sniper out, so I think body shots, like shots to the center mass, I think 2 or 3 hits would take them down. Headshots were instant, and with I think I had an LMG, that was a fair few shots as well. But they did have a boss that came out, which was an armoured boss, which had to shoot off the armour, and that was a hell of a bullet sponge. So I think they fixed it, but the issue isn't gone.
Yeah, it kind of seems like I think with that boss, they're trying to give you a sort of visual thing to say, hey, look, he's not just a bullet sponge; he's actually got this armor and stuff.
Yeah.
So okay, that's good to know. The other, I guess, main gripe I had was mission variety. So there weren't a huge amount of varied things that you could do on mission. It was just sort of run around, shoot. Is that sort of the same thing, or did the playthrough? How long did you play the game? And
it was. We got a 1 mission playthrough, so it was like roughly around 20 minutes, depending on like how slow your team went through it. But it was quite a short playthrough, and from that mission, I don't know whether it was just because we got given this one that was very easy to put out and kind of gave you a brief overview of what was happening, but it was fairly one-dimensional. It was literally just running from a location, killing the enemy there, running to another location, killing the enemy there, then a boss comes out, kill him, clear up the enemy, and that's it. So it didn't seem to be very interesting in terms of what the gameplay actually was, but again, that's just one mission. The terrain, on the other hand, it did move quite nicely. I mean, you started off out on a derelict street, and then you ran through some abandoned buildings, which are overgrown, and you took cover in balconies and just in amongst the whole ground, killing enemies, and then you moved out to the open ground where there were crashed planes and destroyed buildings. So it did seem that the terrain was varying, but the gameplay, it wasn't quite that different.
Okay, and so do you think you've got yourself like a good idea what the game's going to look like how it works in the 4-person, like the team co-op and the classes? Like how much would you say you now know about the Division 2 after your time with it?
I mean, I played enough to know that it's still going to be very much like the Division. So if you're looking for the Division 2 to be like a completely new game from the first one, then you're going in the wrong direction. It's still going to be very Division-like. It still had the same style, the same combat look, the way just, the players interact. But again, I didn't have an idea of the Dark Zone or the teamwork that actually went in, that would go around it, or the multiplayer, because I know there was quite an issue with people being general dicks in the first division. So this one, you went into a 4-person party who played through the mission, and in my game there wasn't actually that much teamwork. It seemed like every man for himself, kind of shooting off and then taking little covers. I was the only one reviving anyone. I was just sprinting up and down the map, saving everyone's life. Someone turned to me at the end and went, well, "Thank you for helping me." I was like, "Yay!" So yeah, it didn't seem like there was that much teamwork that they wanted you to use, but the classes actually I think were quite well balanced. Because in the demo you got to use a sharpshooter. There were 2 sharpshooters. I think a demolition and a specialist. I'm not entirely clear on the other two, but I played a sharpshooter, and the balance of firepower and weapons I think worked quite well, because you had a couple at range, just picking off the smaller or the smaller enemies, and then you had a couple of specialists just lobbing everything they have at the bigger guys. So I think that was quite well balanced, and the classes, it was a good little system they have. The story, still, you got no idea. I don't think they even mentioned the story in the demo at all. But yeah, I think overall the game was good, but it doesn't bring anything different from the first division. So there'll be nothing that would bring a new player in, except we've improved slightly upon the first game.
Okay, cool. Alright, thank you, Well. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, then we have a whole bunch more impression videos that you can check out right now on the channel. We did Dreams, Starlink, Battle for Atlas is another one that's out there. We got Ace Combat 7 coming out. We got Soul Calibur 6 coming out. So we played quite a few things at EGX, and we are telling you all about them right here on the channel. And also keep an eye out for our Monday feature videos. They're kind of our main big videos. This we're doing something all about Marvel games, which is something very exciting. And if you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. And we'll be back with you very, very soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye bye.
Bye.